Okay, what's up everyone? I hope you're all doing well. My name is Zane, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 7 steps to goal setting. Okay, now after this video, you're going to have a much clearer idea on how you can start setting your goals, and not only setting those goals, but actually taking action towards those goals, because it is an area which people get stuck on. I got stuck on it. When we first heard about goal setting, we don't get taught this stuff, so we're always wondering, okay, how do I start? Where do I start? Like, okay, I need a goal, fair enough, but what do I do afterwards? Okay, I have this goal, but then I don't know what to do after that. See, that's the thing that, at least for me, I got caught up in that very quickly, and I had to learn that from different sources, whether it be YouTube, forums, whatever it may be. I was doing my own research with that, and I've essentially, what I've got written down is things that I've taken from different people. Some stuff from Tony Robbins, some stuff from previous mentors of mine, and I just kind of combined it together into what I know works for me, and how I set my goals and how I kind of go about achieving my goals. With that being said, guys, let's get straight into it. Step number 1 to setting a goal is just having a goal. Right? Step number 1 is having a goal, right? Because that is obviously the base point. All right, and I don't think I need to say anything else about that. You got to have a goal. Now, in terms of that goal, I'll break down that specific goal and how to actually set that goal. Okay, because a lot of people have this conception of setting a goal. You ask someone what their goal is, they just say, "Oh, I want to make money. I want some more money." All right, so I'm like, okay. So then I ask him, "So what's your goal?" And he's like, "I need some money. I want some money. Money's my goal." I was like, okay, cool. He kind of said it. I think he was a bit confused as to the question, because it's not something that he usually gets asked. So I was like, all right, cool. I reached into my pocket. I grabbed a £10 note and I gave it to him. I said, "There you go. You have now just made more money." You should have seen his face. His face was so funny. He looked at me and he was like, "What do you mean? Like, why did you give me this?" I'm like, "Your goal's achieved. You said you wanted more money. I just gave you some more money." Right? Guys, ask and you shall receive. Okay? We've heard that quote from the Bible. I'm not a religious person of Christianity. I'm not a Christian. I haven't read the Bible, but I do know that there are some great quotes and great teachings in the Bible, right? That's one of them, right? Ask and you shall receive. But you got to ask clearly, right? If you want to make more money, how much do you want to make? And, if you want to set a goal, by when? By when do you want to make X amount of money? So if your goal is to lose weight, for example, right? I don't want to say lose weight, because it intends that, I'll just ask you this question, right? If you lost something, what would you try and do? You'd try and go look for it, wouldn't you? All right, so if you lost weight, why would you go and try and look for your weight to come back? It doesn't make sense, right? So I always thought, I didn't think about it like that until recently. It was a few months ago. But anyways, you want to be setting a goal. You want to be clear on that goal, okay? And let's say it is to get into better shape, right? Now, your goal won't simply be lose weight or get lean or get fit. It's not going to be that simple. You want to have a weight, a body fat percentage, and maybe even like a size dress or jeans or shirt, whatever it is that you want to fit into. Okay, I'll say the best two is body fat percentage and how much you weigh, right?